My first concert was the Cheetah Girls concert when they came to Nashville. I felt like one of the Cheetah Girls had asked me to come on stage. That's how I interpret it. My mom said it didn't happen that way. I'm pretty sure it did.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl back in my iHeartRadio virtual studio, and today we're hanging out with artist Coco Jones. Coco, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Now today we're playing a really fun game. It's called 15 First. And so we have 15 questions ready for you that are gonna go over career milestones, fun moments, fun memories. We're gonna fly through these, but you tell me anything that you wanna share about yourself, your music, all of the above, and it's gonna be fun. Are you ready?
I am ready, yes.
All right, here we go. Question 1. When was the first time, Coco, that you realized you could sing?
The first time I realized it, I think probably the talent competition. I thought I was really good, but when I realized like, wow, this really moves people is when I won my first talent competition. Actually, I was competing against, well, there was 2. There was my school one, which I did win that one. Then when I was like, hey, I might be really good at this is when I was competing against adults too.
Give me the time frame. What age were you when you were doing both of these?
I had to be 9. That was around 9 or 10.
And your school competition, which you obviously shut down, you win the whole thing. What was the song you performed?
That one I sang The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow by Annie. And then the one where I won against adults, I sang Listen by Beyonce.
Oh my God, the range from Annie to Beyonce?
Come on now.
I love it. What about the first time you were ever on TV?
The first time I was ever on TV was for a healthy cereal commercial. No. The first time was when I was in the Hannah Montana movie In the Crowd, but you can barely see me.
Oh my, that's a good claim to fame though.
I know, funny story. I actually walked up to the front of the crowd and totally messed up the continuity. And they were like, I'm sorry, little girl, you definitely need to go back. And I was like, that's all right. I was like, y'all will see me soon enough. You'll see me soon, Hannah Montana.
And look at them now. Wow, you really showed them. What about, when's the first time you ever like watched yourself back on TV?
Now that would be the broccoli commercial. It was like a broccoli vegetable cereal commercial. So that one I could see myself. I could watch like the replays sometimes.
How old were you then at that time?
That was probably 10, 11.
Was that exciting for you, or were you like, wait, this is crazy, I'm on TV? Or what was that process like as a kid looking at that?
Oh, I thought that was so cool. I was like, this is exactly what I should be doing. Yep, this feels right.
And did you like the broccoli cereal? Did you eat it?
No, but they thought I did. They thought I loved it.
This is a good one, Coco. Question 3. When was the first time you got your first real paycheck?
I thought that like any form of money was like huge. So anytime I got anything, I was like, oh snap. I'm trying to think when I was like, I don't know. I just always assumed that like all money was like a huge amount, but I think maybe the first time I was like, whoa, was probably when I guest starred on like a Disney Channel show. I started all these things so young that I'd be like, I'm getting paid to sing? What? You know, it was all just so larger than life.
Okay, what about, you kind of answered this one, question 4, the first time you ever performed for a live audience, and I'm not talking about, like you said, not winning those. When was the first time maybe you sang karaoke for your family, or you did a dance routine for your friends? Like, when was the first time you performed a small show?
Oh, I was performing at my house every other Thursday. No, seriously, I would have my family come down and like, I would have a routine that I learned or a song that I learned, and I'd be like, all right, everyone, are you ready for a show? Prepare yourselves, brace yourselves. I would say my first like real crowd would probably have been like the talent competitions. No. I did, I did this show about animals at my school when I was definitely in like first grade. I was a chicken and we sang the song called Cute Chicks, and I also ate that up.
Oh my God, I love it. The creative flow, the visuals, I'm sure were great.
Oh my gosh, like my outfit was killer, very much yellow, feathers. I still take a lot of my fashion inspo from those days. All the glitter, all the sparkles, all the rhinestones, try to incorporate them in who I am now.
That chicken energy, of course. And I'm curious, like with your family, were your parents in the entertainment industry? Like where did this come from? This love of performing, singing, acting?
Well, my dad played professional football, so I think that's where my competitive hustler, competing with myself mentality comes from. And my mom, she was actually a vocalist as well. She would sing, my grandfather is like a tour promoter. And so he would promote shows and everything, and she would sing at them sometimes. And then she would do pageants, and that would be her talent. She went to school for music. So yeah, she sang a lot. And I think pieces of who I am from both of them, but definitely that entertainment, I think that comes from both of them.
Okay, Coco, number 5. What about the first time you ever really felt beautiful?
Ooh. Huh. I feel like it would be like on a Sunday, Sunday best. You wear your Sunday best and you feel all fancy. I would say then, but I always thought I was pretty cute.
So good, so healthy, so good. Going back to music, what about the first time you went to a concert? What was your very first concert?
My first concert was the Cheetah Girls concert when they came to Nashville. Literally, for the longest time, that was the only concert I ever went to because I was like, I don't think anything can compare, because I felt like one of the Cheetah Girls had asked me to come on stage. That's how I interpret it. My mom said it didn't happen that way. I'm pretty sure it did.
That's an amazing first concert, by the way, because we all love the Cheetah Girls.
Yes.
That whole experience, was there a song that you just absolutely went nuts for?
I loved Cinderella. I love the empowerment of it. Not waiting on somebody to rescue me. I was like, this feels right.
What did you wear to that Cheetah Girls concert? Do you remember? You had to wear cheetah,
Yes,
right?
I definitely do. I do remember what I wore. I was like a blue cheetah print theme. My sister was a pink cheetah print theme. I'm pretty sure we killed that. People were staring. They thought we were the Cheetah Girls. I was like, not yet, but stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Hannah Montana, then the Cheetah Girls. I mean, already as a kid, you're like flying. You're doing great.
Thank you.
What about the first time you were recognized by a fan?
I did Disney's Next Big Thing. And that was like my first, I would say, time where I really got a fan base, because a lot of kids saw me at that time.
Yeah, and for context, how old were you at this point?
I would say 12. I think that around that time was when I first started to get noticed, because Disney is such a huge machine. Any kid that would watch that, they're probably all over the place, So that was probably around the first time I got noticed.
Was that so exciting for you? I'm sure as a kid, that's got to feel great.
I don't know how it felt. I kind of felt like, what? I don't know.
It's like, do I know you from school?
Right. I'm like, huh? You know me? I always it was so larger than life, my reality, that I didn't even think about who else was watching me, what other kids would sit on their screen and watch me. It was just I can't even believe I'm on the screen. So when I would get people staring oh my God, I think I'd be like, what they doing?
What about the first mistake that you ever made on a set or on a stage?
It would have to be on a stage, because when I was on set, I was because you're following a script, I didn't want to mess up. So I would be over prepared. I would learn everyone's lines so that I would know my lines even better.
The whole thing memorized front to back.
Yes, girl.
You could have been the director.
I should have been. I don't know. I would say my first mistake would probably have been on stage, maybe forgetting a dance move. That seems like it would be my first thing.
What about the first time you ever visited Bel-Air?
That was the other day.
Really?
I accidentally went past Bel-Air and I was like, wait a minute. Bel-Air, hey! It was literally probably two weeks ago.
Oh my God, that's wild. Have you ever been to West Philadelphia?
I have not been there. I've been to Philly, but not specifically West Philadelphia.
Okay, we're going to talk more about that. What about question 10, the first time you ever met one of your idols?
I would say it was probably Selena Gomez. Getting to meet and say hello and have a conversation. That's when I performed at the first ever Radio Disney Music Awards. She was performing too. We were just all in the green rooms and stuff, and I was like, I got to talk to you. I love Wizards of Waverly Place, respectfully. She was really nice.
Have you guys kept in touch since, or have you seen her since?
Oh no, I was like a fetus and she was grown.
I don't know if you saw this, but she recently said she hasn't been on social media in 4.5 years, which I think is truly amazing. She fully took a break. Would you ever consider doing something like that? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think I take healthy pauses from social media if I feel like I need to protect my peace in that way. But I also can look at social media as from a business standpoint and not from it reflects me personally at all, and just categorize it as that, And if it ever gets past business and it starts to become emotional to me, then that's when I take a step back.
Question 11, when was the first time that you ever had doubts in your career?
Okay, that would be when I was 16. When I was 16, I got dropped from my first ever record label deal. And I feel before then I was so naive, and that's when I could no longer be naive. I learned so much from those lessons of not having everything I want, but not knowing that I was going to need these moments because they make me who I am. I mean, I just bounced back by continuing. Things didn't always happen in the timing that I wanted or the way that I wanted, but they did end up happening because I never stopped moving forward. I never gave up,
Question 12, when was the first time you felt really, really proud of yourself?
When I did Let It Shine. It's huge. It's what a lot of people know me from. It was a huge movie for Black people in our culture, like rapping and Disney. It was just like a huge moment that represented a lot of Black people, and it's like so important to them, that movie. So I think that was the first time that I was like, I'm kind of creating a moment in time right here. This is a blessing.
And making a difference. Like, that's amazing. What about the first time you ever watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I don't remember the first time. I would watch it with my family, or sometimes it would be on like late at night and I would be up watching it. So I don't know. I can't put a
Yeah,
timing
just
on
like
that
it's
one.
always kind of on. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, you know when the TV's on and you're like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. What about the first time you decided you really wanted the role of Hillary Banks in Fresh Prince?
You know what? It was after my conversation with Morgan Cooper, our creator and director. He was basically telling me what his goal was with Hillary and how he wanted her to feel like the girl next door and people to root for her. And he wanted her to embody like a hustler, like a boss. And I was like, oh, I want to do that because that's how I feel like I am. I want to be able to portray that. And of course, I want to be able to represent like beautiful dark-skinned women in this way with this iconic role, this girl who's a fashionista who always looks so put together. I'd love to represent that for the girls who look like me. So I think that was when I really wanted to go.
So then, last question 15, the first time that you heard that you officially got the part?
That was 2 weeks after I auditioned, and I think that was in August. My acting manager called me and he was dragging it out. So I was like doing all these crazy activities while being on the phone because I couldn't take the time that he was taking to tell me. Yeah, so I was like half on the floor, half on the couch, like, Jen, can you just say it, sir? And he was like, you got the role. I remember I was like screaming, calling my family immediately, and we just celebrated.
Oh my God. And that's gonna be, I feel like, a moment later when you look back in life and we do this again with you, 15 first, where it's like going back to when you felt really proud of yourself. It's like, that's gotta feel like another great moment.
Most definitely, because it's such a long journey. And in the acting industry, you hear a lot of no's. So when you get those yeses, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like all of that was worth it. And I'm definitely happy with how my journey is progressing.
Oh, we're so excited for you, Coco Jones. So nice to meet you. Thank you for playing 15 first. Before we let you go, though, you have so much happening. Obviously, Fresh Prince, your music. Give us the full rundown. What's going on with you? Plug everything. We want to hear it all.
We just wrapped season 1. We'll probably go back to start filming season 2 later on this year. No, I do not know what's happening. I have not seen a script. But right now, while I'm in this in-between stage, I'm really going to focus on music. I just dropped my single, Caliber. I have a live performance that's coming out actually today. And then I have a visualizer and a music video that I'm working on that I'm super, super excited about. I have a dope creative behind the video, so it's going to be iconic. And then look out for the live shows because I'm really trying to get on the road and go meet the people that have been supporting me this whole time. Say thank you, vibe, and laugh. And yeah, stay tuned for more music.
Is it tough for you being, doing this show and also music? Like, have you found that you have enough time for both?
You make time for the things that are important. And I really wanted to have a song out when the show came out. So I knew I had to keep going in and keep doing better and better and hopefully have that song that's like fits the moment and fits what I'm trying to portray to the world. So yeah, sometimes that is hard to balance, but I think it's about like being honest with yourself and challenging yourself. Because I remember when stuff moves slow. So sometimes I'm tired, but I'm like, not that tired. Let's keep going. And then other times I'm like, all right, I'm not giving enough to this creatively, so it's not using my time in the best way. I should probably reset,
Wow. Yeah, no, that's such a good way to look at it. Well, we're so excited for the music, for the shows. I mean, congratulations on everything, Coco. And again, so good to see you. Hopefully next time we see you, it's in person and not over Zoom and we can properly celebrate.
Yes. Thank you for having me, though. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks for checking out 15 First with Coco Jones. Make sure you watch Bel-Air, her show, and stream all of her music on iHeartRadio. And we'll see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.